Have you ever dreamed, or are you in the process of planning your move to Switzerland? If yes, then this video is for you. Today, I am breaking down everything that you need to know when you move to Switzerland. I'm gonna go over shipping your stuff overseas, how to get your kids into daycare, how to rent an apartment, taxes, how to get your driver's license, all your insurances. We're gonna cover a wide range of topics. Consider this your onboarding guide to moving to Switzerland. So let's start with the first category, shipping. We worked with a local mover that handled international moves. So we worked with a company called Euro USA. And at the time we were living in Long Island, there's two services. Either you can pack up everything yourself into boxes. When you're moving your stuff internationally, everything has to be boxed. Loose papers, like whatever it is that you're trying to bring, it all has to be boxed. You cannot have anything loose. So you can box it all up yourself, or you can pay for an additional fee where they will pack everything for you. Because I was moving here for a job and they were relocating us to Switzerland, we decided to go for the more premium service where they box everything for you. My personal opinion is it is better to pack yourself. When you rely on your movers to pack everything for you, you don't go through the very important process of editing down all of your stuff. So when our movers came to move our stuff, there were things thrown into boxes like old sponges or takeout chopsticks that, because we hadn't gone through every single drawer, got moved. And of course, you pay for this. The cost of moving stuff overseas is obviously not cheap. So roughly the size of this end table here, 1 foot long by 1 foot wide by 1 foot deep, that's roughly 1 cubic foot. That probably holds like this lamp, for example. So that box is $16. They will look at the amount of stuff that you have and kind of give you an estimate of how many cubic feet, roughly what the cost was. For us, they estimated that we would probably need between 400 to 600 cubic feet. The more cubic feet that you need, the price per cubic feet goes down slightly, but they were estimating for us anywhere between $6,500 to $9,200 for the cost of our move. Now, in the end, we exceeded this amount because of the stuff that we had, which, by the way, I do regret this. And I think that if we had packed ourselves, we would not have brought so much stuff over. In the end, we ended up getting a 20-foot shipping container. We filled that shipping container and we ended up paying about $13,000 for moving all of our stuff over. Upon entry into the country, there are other fees, and these were fees that we were not really expecting. And they totaled to around $650. They were things like additional container renting, €90, port storage, €75, shuttle service, €300, parking permit, €164. I can't even explain to you exactly what these costs relate to, but in total, we paid the $13,000 up front. Then we paid the $650, and that amount basically covered all of our things to be packed, moved, shipped, and moved into the house that we were renting in Switzerland when we got here. After you arrive in Switzerland, there are a couple of administrative things that you need to take care of pretty much immediately. And the first thing is you need to declare yourself to the Canton. It's basically like you're registering yourself into their public record of everybody that's in the canton. In Geneva, this is done through the OCPM, and you typically have 14 days upon arrival to do this. And you must have proof of this registration in order to open a bank account, to sign a lease, to get health insurance, and to enroll your kids in school or daycare. So this is really like a very critical thing that you have to remember to do after you arrive. If you are planning to drive a car in Switzerland, then you will need to update your driver's license to a Swiss driver's license. You have 12 months to do this from your time of arrival, but I highly recommend that you do this in that initial 3-month startup phase when you're getting your life all together, because it's one of those things that you could forget about and then it can cause more administrative burden down the road. So depending on the current driver's license that you hold will depend on whether or not you need to do a practical driving test or a theoretical exam. If you are from the EU, then I think it's just a simple swap. You bring in your paperwork and you get a new driver's license, and it's a simple exchange. When we moved here in March 2022, it was the same process for US driver license holders as well. I do believe that the rules are changing, and also it can change by canton, and also it can vary depending on the state that you had your driver's license in before. And your driver's license has actually nothing to do with what passport you are currently holding. So if you're a German citizen, but your valid driver's license is a US driver's license, then you're treated as somebody with a US driver's license. And the rules all apply based on the valid driver's license that you currently have. Another rather time-sensitive thing that you need to do is to get all of your insurance policies in place. This is Switzerland. It is the land of banks and insurance. So the first insurance that you absolutely need to set up is your health insurance. The basic health insurance plan is a mandatory requirement for everybody, and you have 3 months from your time of arrival to sign up for health insurance and get your plan set up for yourself and your family. Unlike in the US, the health insurance plan that you're on is not at all tied to your employer. So this is something that you choose separately, whomever you want your insurance provider to be and what type of coverage that you want to have. The basic plan is what is mandatory. But then on top of this, it's also wise for you to set up your supplemental dental and vision insurance and also supplementary insurance if you choose to have this. And this will cover things like other types of therapies, homeopathic therapies, more alternative medical treatments if you so need them down the road. And this is also a good time for you to decide whether or not you want to go with public hospital insurance or private hospital insurance. So if you just go with the basic health insurance plan, then if something happens and you do need to be hospitalized, then you would go into the public hospital. You would have access to a shared room and access to all of the public hospital facilities that are for the general public. If you decide that you want to pay for private hospital insurance, then this means that if for some reason you need to be hospitalized, you could have the option to go to a private hospital. And also, if you are in a public hospital setting, if you have private insurance, you are eligible to a different type of room. You have a private room, and even the treatment plan can be slightly different if you are taking private insurance. Another type of insurance is accident insurance. Accident insurance covers any accidents that could happen. So let's say, for example, that you are walking down the street, you twist your ankle, and you are unable to work for the next several days. This insurance actually covers your wages for that time that you have out of work. Usually, this is covered by your employer. If you're self-employed, then you need to take this plan out through your own business. You also need to have personal liability insurance, and this is to cover you for any accidents that you incur on somebody else's property or belongings. So if you're renting an apartment, this type of insurance is actually mandatory because this will cover you for any damages that you make to the home while you're renting the home. For example, you scratch the floor, and then when you move out, the owner says, okay, actually you need to pay an additional 2,000 franc to cover the remediation of the floor. You have to pay this cost up front, but then you can file a claim with your personal liability insurance, and this insurance will actually cover the cost of the floor remediation. Let's talk about transportation and how to get around in Switzerland. Now, Switzerland has a really great public transportation system, and you can easily get around here without a car. And when we first moved here, we didn't have a car for about 3 months, and it was completely fine. And if you live in the city or you live close to a city center, I think that it's totally reasonable not to have a car. The annual TPG, or the like sort of public transportation system in Geneva, at least, it costs 500 francs a year, and that is for sort of like unlimited access of the buses and the trams kind of like within the city. And then you're sort of good for all of your public transportation needs. We decided to get a car because we ended up moving a little bit further outside the city, which made our public transportation options slightly more limited. And because we have 3 young kids, it just makes things a little bit easier to have a car. We don't buy the annual pass. Every time we need to take the bus or go somewhere, we just pay 3 francs per ride. And it basically covers you for 1 hour of public transportation on the bus or the tram. So it usually covers one way of wherever it is that you're going, and then you have to pay 3 francs to come back. Another thing to keep in mind in terms of the cost of having a car here is that on top of the car insurance, parking is very expensive here. Most places that I need to go, there is some public parking facility that is nearby that have spots available. They might be really, really small, like really, really tight spots. However, there's a spot there, and it's usually within a 5 to 10 minute walk of wherever it is that I'm going. It can range from 2 francs to 450 francs per hour, depending on where you are in the city. And the closer you are to the city center, the more expensive the parking is. So it adds up quick, which is a good reason to try to still take public transportation. A lot of people also bike here, and I see a lot of electric bikes on the road. I am not skilled enough to be doing this, but this is another option, and I know a lot of people do it. Here in Geneva, the occupancy rate is extremely, extremely low. It is 0.5%. So finding an apartment here is actually quite difficult, and it can take some time for you to find the right place. I highly recommend that you secure some temporary housing, whether through an Airbnb or temporary furnished apartments. Because the occupancy rate is so low, there are many applications for each place that you're going to be viewing. And if the place that you're viewing is good location and a decent price, expect it to go really, really fast within 24 to 48 hours, which is why it's important to have your file completely organized and complete. So you need to have proof of your income. You need to have maybe even a letter of recommendation. You need to have your job contract, of course, copies of your permit, and you need to have all of this already printed out, ready to go, so that you can just hand it over to somebody when they ask for your file. It's also nice to include a letter that briefly explains your situation, your family, and also the type of people that you are and what you're looking for, because this also just adds a little bit more context for landlords when they're looking through applications. If you don't have kids, it is not uncommon for you to be rejected from some places because oftentimes bigger apartments are given to families first as a priority. So just expect in the process to not get too attached to anything, because you just never know what's going to work out and what's not going to work out. In terms of looking, the best place to look is on homegate.ch. It has all of the rentals listed there. When you see something, it's just really important to contact them as soon as you can to schedule a viewing and to be quick and have, like I said, everything prepared and ready to go. Okay, let's go into childcare. I hope you're sitting down because this is a big topic. Let's get comfortable for this one. Childcare was one of my biggest concerns when we were moving to Switzerland because both of us were working full-time. Of course, you need to have childcare once you arrive pretty immediately. The reality of the situation is childcare is not always ideal. So in Switzerland, there are a few options for childcare. So you have like your very regular basic crèche, or full-time daycare. You also have a jardin d'enfants, which is more like a half-day kind of daycare, which is usually subsidized by your canton. There's also the option of a maman du jour, which is kind of like a at-home daycare. And the network of the maman du jour you can find through your canton. And then you also have private daycare options. Spots in the public daycare are very limited, and there are usually long waiting lists. We luckily were able to register through a network called Papi Papa, and this is one of the largest childcare networks in Switzerland. So if you go onto their website, you can actually just immediately fill out a form and request for a place at your nearest Papi Papa location. Luckily for us, there was one that had opened a few months prior, and they had 2 spots for us starting in September. However, we arrived in March. We needed a solution immediately. And so if you're arriving in the middle of an academic year, my suggestion would be to try to find a spot in a private daycare. There are usually more spots in these types of places than in the public system. So when we first arrived, we put our daughter into a private daycare from March until the end of June. We did our application for the public daycare at the same time, and once we knew that we had a spot established for her, we disenrolled her from the private system and we started her in the public daycare system in September. There's a lot of uncertainty in this process. You're sort of waiting for people to get back to you and to try to find a spot. But the important thing to know is that there are different types of options. I know some people who, for example, came here and they couldn't find a spot in the full-time public daycare, so they found a spot in a jardin d'enfants, or they enrolled their child with a maman du jour, or they try to connect with other expat moms or just moms in the area, and they did a nanny share for a few months until they could find their child a spot. If you have a lot of lead time before you arrive, it's really smart to already try to register your child into the nearest public creche so that you can already try to find them a spot. Otherwise, you have to sort of find like a bridge solution before you can put them into something that's going to be more permanent. The time has come for us to talk about taxes. There are 2 ways that you can be taxed here in Switzerland. You can either be taxed at source, or you have ordinary taxation. So if you are making less than 120,000 francs per year, you are eligible for tax at source, which means that your taxes are automatically taken out of your paycheck every single month. By the way, most people are paid monthly here. They're not paid 2 times a month or biweekly as they often are in the US. And when you're taxed at source and you're making less than $120,000 a year, you do not have to file a tax return at the end of the year. It is an amazing, amazing thing. If you are making more than this amount, then you're subject to regular or ordinary taxation. If you have a Swiss employer, then you would still be taxed at source. Your taxes are still taken out every month. At the end of the year, you do need to file a tax return. And if you're a US citizen, you also need to file a tax return for the US as well. So you need to find an accountant that can file both your Swiss tax return as well as your US tax return. And if you are somebody working in the international system, you work for the UN, then things get a little bit more complicated with your taxes. And trust me, I would know. When you are a UN employee, then when you are working here in Switzerland, you are actually not taxed. The salary that you get paid is gross. You don't have a net salary. Whatever your salary is, that is the amount you are receiving because there is no Swiss tax on UN income. However, if you are a US citizen, the US is one of the few countries that taxes your UN income. But because this is really not fair, because the US is one of the only countries that does this, the UN actually reimburses you for these taxes that you pay. So you actually act as like a pass-through. You basically file your tax return, you pay the taxes upfront, then you show back to the UN tax department the proof of your tax return and the taxes that you've paid, and then the UN tax department allegedly pays you back these taxes. And I say allegedly because we filed our taxes very late, so this is our fault, but we filed our taxes for 2024 very, very late, and we filed them like toward the end of 2025. I submitted my paperwork and proof of tax payment to the UN tax department in the fall, and it's February 2nd. I've been approved. My reimbursement has been approved, but it has not been paid out to me yet. So this process can actually take quite a long time. It can take up to 9 months, is what I've heard, for you to be reimbursed for the taxes that you are paying back to the US. That's it. I hope you found this helpful. If there are other topics that you want me to explore, if you feel like I've missed anything, let me know in the comments below, and I can definitely try to cover them in another future video.